That's the finished product though.
Oh, it's plastic. Alright, so tonight, I just got this in like 2 hours ago. I'm installing my Sila Concepts front mount intercooler. I've been waiting for this forever and I finally got it from 500 Madness and I'm super stoked. So everything that comes in the kit, front mount, some piping. You can get red piping too, I just got black. And then some hose clamps. You get 2 because you're supposed to reuse some stock ones. But right now we're going to go ahead and pull off the front bumper, jack the car up, start taking some stuff off, and we're going to take you guys through it. Okay, first step of taking out the front bumper, you got 4 T27 Torx bits on the top. Go ahead and pull those out, and then over here in the fender well, helps if you turn your tire, so I'm just going to point it out. There's 1 Torx bit right here as well. Go ahead and take that out. It's on both sides, and then underneath the bottom there's 3 or 4 Torx bits as well you got to pull off, and then from there it just clips right off.
That's one way to do it.
Alright, so right here when you're taking off the bumper, there's a few clips. You get a pick and there's little push tabs, you just gotta push them down and it'll pop right off. Go ahead and unplug your side indicators right here, and then this clip as well goes to your fogs. Also your headlights.
The struggle.
There we go.
There you go, bud.
Okay, there we go. Alright, underneath the car you have a few number 10s to pull off for the intercooler mounts.
Looking
it's
at
pretty easy to
these
see.
guys right here.
Those 2, and then there's one
right there.
Right here. It's pretty simple to see. You'll see where they all connect. Right there. And then it all is unbolted, and then it's all just hose clamps. Okay, we got all the bolts off. It should just flop around. And from here, it's just getting off all the hoses. And then we get to see where the rest goes.
Dang. So real quick, we took basically the old intercooler. There's 2 brackets. Basically, one of them's here to hold in this side, and then the other one's just basically a mirror on the other side. Damon, what you taking out down here?
Taking off my under tray, because once you take off the front part of the charge pipe, there's another piece kind of up here you got to take out as well, and you got to take out your under tray to get to it.
And then real quick, take out this pipe. So this basically goes in the engine bay.
Basically.
And that is underneath the bumper. Basically just rammed up underneath the bumper. And then you take, my bad, camera's all shaky. You take out a couple of these clips right here, these little guys, and they just slide in like so around that area. Then you just slide those out and it all comes out. And then you need to, like Damon said, get that under panel out, and we can see what we're actually doing.
Once you get the under panel off, there's a bracket right here.
Where am I looking?
Right here by my finger.
Oh.
There's a bracket right here.
Oh.
And vice versa. On the other side, there's another bracket right. Oh no. No, there's not. Okay, well, there's a bracket right here. That's, you gotta pull that off. And then you gotta get this clamp off, and that should be set from there. Alright, so we're gonna pull this off to make the mounting of the front mount fit better, because this is in the way. So
there are screws that hold it in. We just took them out and then forgot to record it.
And 2 here, number 8s. Just pull them out, and then these just pop on like a little tray. So you just pop those out the tray, and you're set. Alright, and now to get the hosing done for the front mount, I'm going to pull off this little L hose. I'm just going to call it an elbow.
That's where the new intercooler
That's where the new piping goes into.
Right here, it mounts, like basically the hoses go out on the bottom, the inlet and outlets. And then that piece is just going to screw, it's going to go onto that little nipple in there, right where the elbow is.
Oh my god.
We'll tell you as soon as we figure a way to get those clips out, or those hose clamps, because those are a pain.
Okay, so we figured out how to get these one-time clamp these things off. Okay, so this will be like set into here,
Wait,
so you need
it won't focus.
And these, you need to pry apart.
Dog.
So you pry these apart with a flat head. Then you pop this out from the side, chunk, and then you pop this out, chunk, and then the clamp comes undone. It's a little bit of finagling, but it works, and that's the only way you can do it. We got everything off. It's a pain from underneath. So now we're just mocking up the new hose to put on.
The hose.
The hose. Got that off. Now we're mocking up this one. You get the big hose clamp, just put it on a little bit loose. We're gonna go ahead and put it on underneath so we can just put the front mount on and figure it out from there.
It's gonna feed through here though. In the back, right there.
It goes feed back there.
And then that wraps around right there and that connects to the new intercooler.
Alright, so we got the hose on the top on up here. You can kind of see it peeking through there. She's on there. Then down here, we got it on right here. These brackets, sometimes they come kind of bent out of place. So we went ahead and just re-bent them. If Ben moved his freaking hand, that'd be
the problem is the fitment's jank on the other side.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well you can shut up.
Okay, my bad.
So yeah, you kind of have to bend them and fix them up a little bit. And then when you take off that little plastic piece, you use those stock number 8 screws and you put that in to remount your front mount. And then you're chilling. So we were kind of struggling to finish the rest of it, but we finished it all. Everything's bolted in, set, ready to go. Underneath, for this side of the charge pipe that was there, you have to reuse a stock line, and it fits perfectly right onto the charge and then back onto the new intercooler with the clamp. Fit on perfectly. We just had to try like 3 different hoses, and then we figured it out and it was set. Started the car. No error codes. That's basically it. It's a pretty simple install. I know there's a few videos out there that make it seem like it takes 5 hours, but it took us, what, like an hour and a half?
Something like that.
Yeah, it took us like an hour and a half to do, and we're just gonna put on the front bumper and we're done.
So real quick, when you do this though, you want to make sure you're using one of these hoses that have the little channel right there for the clips to go in. I can't find a clip right now. Damon, find a clip for you.
Alright, yeah, but these will connect to the bottom of the charge pipe on the passenger side when you need to put one in.
And you're gonna use the shortest one. It has one of these little like one-time use clips on it. So find the one that's like that. I put it on one of the oh yeah, it's one of these, and it has these little like clips that pop
they
off.
just pry apart.
Yeah, uses one of those clips.
But this is all that was on your car that you don't need anymore. All that stuff.
That's the finished product though.
Oh, it's plastic.
So real quick, when we were mounting the bumper back on, found out, got to cut like, where is it? About, where's the other piece? Where's
Right
the other
here.
piece? About that much.
Like an inch.
Yeah, honestly, like maybe, that's like
An inch
2
and a quarter.
inches.
An inch and
It's
a
like
quarter.
2 inches. Let's be honest.
You're whack.
I know. I'm tired. That's like, okay, so you cut like an inch and a quarter, as Damon said. Okay, now we're just proving a point.
It's an inch.
Okay.
So like an inch and a quarter.
Inch and a quarter off of the intercooler hose that goes into the driver's side of the side
Of the intercooler.
of the intercooler.
And then also route your horn. You'll see the threaded spot on the frame where you think to mount it. Drop down like 2 holes and mount it right there.
And you're gonna mount it without this little bracket.
Yeah,
So you're just gonna mount the horn facing outwards, flush against that side of the front of the car.
Alright. Everything's put back together. Final step is to just lower the car, get it the heck out of the garage, put it in the side yard forever and not drive it. Because it's all broken. No, I'm just kidding.
Boom.
Yeah, so install pretty simple, pretty straightforward once you get under there and figure it all out. Tomorrow I get to work my car, get the ECU set, sent out to Euro Compulsion so I can get my new tune, 235 horsepower, and this thing's gonna be friggin' gnarly. So it's been a few weeks since I've installed my front mount intercooler with Ben. We're gonna do a little update and tell you what it's like, the power gains, how it's felt, performed. So since I installed it, I went ahead and got my Euro Compulsion tune. So with that, I'm pushing 235 horsepower now out of this little go-kart. The front mount, I've already noticed like temperatures are just better. The car runs smoother. That's also because of the tune. I mean, it just looks sick. It's low key. It's a little sleeper in there, but install was easy, somewhat. A little bit of cutting for the hoses to get them fitting, but the performance gains, they're worth the time and the money that you want to spend. So you've seen the install, you heard me talk about it a little bit. Thank you for watching. Then again, I highly recommend getting the front mount by Sila Concepts. Make sure to subscribe and check the link in the description. That'll bring you to the intercooler.